Lesson 18. This is a partnership, not a dictatorship. From the time you walk into the game and get started, you are now an independent business owner. To be more specific, an independent contractor. Some states and cities require specialized licensing, and it's recommended that you get it. This actually qualifies you for tax deductions and other benefits. Keep in mind, this is managed on city, state, and sometimes federal levels. However, laws can change over time, so stay up on current requirements in your city, town, or province. Here are some cities that require licensing: Detroit, Michigan, some parts of Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, and its counties, Las Vegas, all of California, and some areas in New York. If you're working in a state that doesn't require a license, lucky you, but it's always good to check. Remember, you are self-employed, an exoticpreneur in the making, not an employee. The adoption of these suggestions is entirely voluntary. However, ignoring any of these guidelines will cost you. Building a fan base is essential. The service fee for stage rentals is just the cost of operations. You are an independent contractor, no different than an Uber driver, freelance artist, network marketer, model, musician, real estate agent, or insurance agent. This is the understanding that you're not an employee in any sense whatsoever. The partnership between you and the place you're performing at is not obligated to make you money, nor are you obligated to make them any money. But because this is a partnership, it helps that you market at the same capacity, if not better, than the venue itself. We'll go deeper into business structure, strategy, marketing, and advertising in later chapters, but know and understand the requirements of any venue that hosts exotic entertainers. The venue's responsibility for producing income is to sell drinks and food, provide comfortable and safe environments and seating for patrons to come in the door. Your job is to perform your show cleanly and professionally, aiding in a universally memorable experience. Working together based on mutual rules is the unspoken agreement. If it's not working for you, leave and go someplace else. You're not required under any law or circumstances to stay unless stated in a written contract. Respect the business and the industry will respect you. Now let's get some customers, get some money, and move on to lesson 19. From the mind of the exoticpreneur, principle 18 is one of my personal favorites because this is how I think. This is how I was able to establish myself in this industry with no prior or existing knowledge. As I stated before in my backstory, I had humble beginnings with no street affiliation. I was a complete nerd. Learning that legally, ethically, and even morally, the entertainers and operators worked as a team to provide customers the best experience. This revelation changed everything for me. When I was promoted to general manager and put in a position to oversee the entire venue, I really understood the value of this principle for having a successful place. Fortunately, I was mentored early on by a high-level general manager who had the potential, because of his influence and long-term relationships in the industry, to become an owner-operator. Yet he chose not to, but he did see value in me and pulled my coattail, giving me useful managerial game on how to work well with the entertainers, security, and the building owner so that everybody, politically, socially, and emotionally, worked harmoniously with each other. I discovered that treating everyone as a partner and team member versus an employee-employer dynamic or creating some type of tyrannical dictatorship was unsuccessful. I seen it in other nightclub dynamics all over the place, and over the years of me coming up, I seen their downfall. I seen the deep resentment and hatred that developed between the owner and general manager, the general manager and the dancers between each other, the house moms and the dancers, the doormen and security. I wanted to see what a truly successful nightclub looked like. Fortunately, my mentor had one of the most successfully and consistently operated clubs I've ever seen. They were producing consistent six figures every week without fail. I wanted to understand that system. When I seen how he did it, through respect, clear vision, and collaborative support, communicating with the entertainers, security, and management, getting them on one accord with one concise direction, give the customer the best experience possible. That's what made their business remain number one to this day. This nightclub was based in Detroit and had a lot of great features that didn't affect them financially, socially, or federally, like other cities might have been affected. This was due to the fact that the owner was a good politician and negotiator, working with the city instead of against the city to avoid strict laws and unreasonable requirements. He operated his business, allowed entertainers to perform and entertain. So when you go into a nightclub or exotic club and it's run very tyrannical, very dictatorial with controlling mechanisms versus reasonable requirements that are universally accepted, leave. That place is not designed for your growth and progression. It's designed for your subjugation and destruction. It's an irresponsible and poorly run location, and over time, I have seen them all end up closed. I've learned through experience and through other people's experiences, which we call wisdom. I've learned from other people's failures and discovered that leadership is a direct reflection of the people that work for you and walk with you. If your leadership is scheming, unscrupulous, and conning, then your people going to be scheming, unscrupulous, and conning. If your leadership is respectful, collaborative, team, and vision oriented, your team will be respectful, mindful, and vision oriented. This is a universal principle that applies in any business, in any organization, in any industry. The people inside your organization are a direct reflection of your leadership. So if you don't like what kind of people you're producing and what type of fruit is coming off your tree, that should let you know, well, you may not be a very good tree. But this can be fixed. As we go further into these chapters, I can only assure you what I know works. The partnership dynamic explained. Understanding the partnership mentality changes everything about how you approach this business. Most people walk into clubs thinking like employees, waiting to be told what to do, expecting the club to make them money, feeling entitled to customers without putting in work. That's backwards thinking that leads to frustration, resentment, and failure. When you understand you're an independent contractor in a partnership arrangement, everything shifts. You start thinking like a business owner because that's exactly what you are. You're renting space and services from the club, just like any other business rental arrangement. The club provides physical space and stage, security and safety, licensing and legal compliance, marketing and advertising to varying degrees, customer acquisition through reputation and location. You provide entertainment and performance, customer experience and engagement, your personal brand and following, professionalism and quality service. Neither party owes the other success. Both parties benefit when the partnership works well. This mindset shift eliminates most of the drama and conflict that destroys clubs and careers. Red flags: dictatorship versus partnership. Dictatorship clubs operate through fear and intimidation, unreasonable rules that change constantly, punishment-based management, taking advantage of entertainers' desperation, creating division between entertainers, hoarding information and opportunities, making entertainers compete against each other destructively. Partnership clubs operate through mutual respect and clear communication, consistent, reasonable policies, support for entertainer success, recognizing that everyone's success is interconnected, sharing information and opportunities, creating collaborative environment, understanding that rising tides lift all boats. When to leave. If you're dealing with dictatorship management, don't waste time trying to change it. You're not there to fix broken systems. You're there to build your business, move to environments that support your growth. Your business owner mindset. As an independent contractor, your relationship with any club should be evaluated. Financial analysis. Are you making money consistently? Do the fees and requirements make financial sense? Is this arrangement helping you build wealth or just survive? Professional development. Are you learning and growing? Does this environment support your goals? Are you building skills that transfer to other opportunities? Reputation and brand. Does working here enhance or damage your reputation? Are you associated with quality or problems? Is this building your brand or limiting it? Long-term strategy. How does this fit into your exit strategy? Are you building assets or just trading time for money? Is this moving you toward your ultimate goals? The most successful clubs understand that entertainer success equals club success. When entertainers are making money, they're happy, they perform better, they bring friends into the business, they stay longer, and they create better customer experiences. When customers have great experiences, they come back, they bring friends, they spend more money, and they create the reputation that attracts more customers and better entertainers. This creates a positive cycle that benefits everyone involved. But it only works when everyone understands their role in the partnership and commits to excellence in their part. Your role in creating mutual success: show up consistently and professionally, invest in your skills and appearance, build genuine relationships with customers, support other entertainers' success, communicate professionally with management, market yourself and bring your own customers, treat the business with respect. Legal and tax advantages. Understanding your independent contractor status isn't just about mindset. It has real legal and financial implications. Tax benefits: business expense deductions, costumes, makeup, transportation, etc., equipment and technology deductions, professional development and training deductions. Legal protections: clear boundaries about what you will and won't do, freedom to work multiple venues, ability to set your own schedule and rates, protection from some employment law issues. Business development: building credit history as a business, creating systems and processes, developing multiple income streams, building assets that have value beyond your physical presence. The wisdom of experience. After years in this industry, I've seen every type of management style and business model. The ones that last, the ones that create real wealth, the ones that transform lives, they all operate on partnership principles. The clubs that try to control through fear and manipulation might make money short term, but they always fail long term. The entertainers burn out, the reputation suffers, the legal problems mount, and eventually the whole thing collapses. But partnership-based operations create generational wealth. They build reputations that last decades. They create networks that extend far beyond the industry. They develop people who go on to become successful in whatever they choose to do next. This is a partnership, not a dictatorship. Know your worth, understand your role, demand respect, and give it in return. When you find the right partnership, protect it. When you encounter dictatorship, leave it. Your business deserves better. Let's move on to lesson 19.